The Holden Cruze hatch comes just at the right time for Holden, with sales of their Aussie-built range increasing every month. And this new Cruze hatch is the first hatch to be built by Holden since the mighty UC Sunbird from the 80s. The base CD comes standard with Holden's 1.8 litre Ecotec engine, and for an extra $1,250, the CD can be optioned with my pick, a lively 1.4 litre turbocharged engine. Developing 103 kilowatts of power and 200 newton metres of engine torque, it's by far the best of the two petrol engines available. The engineers at Holden have worked over the suspension, and for model year 12 Cruzes, they have used stiffer bushes to secure the steering rack to the chassis. They've also looked closely at the suspension mounts and opted to use softer ones to improve the ride quality, particularly on poorer quality roads. Like the Cruze sedan, when it comes to handling, the new Cruze hatch can also hold its head up high. The hatch feels dynamically closer now to the handling leaders like the Mazda 3, Volkswagen Golf and Subaru's all-wheel drive Impreza. The 6-speed manual transmission is a real joy to use. The throws are short and sharp, and it's matched to a nice, light, progressive clutch. It's a real easy, simple car to drive. And the turbo means that the torque curve is nice and flat. That means that when you get behind the wheel, there's plenty of oomph just off the mark. Front seat comfort in the CD hatch is a real highlight. The seats are soft, but they're supportive and they're nicely bolstered, especially around the lower sections of the back here. The instrument cluster, well, it's a pretty simple affair. To the left there's a tacho, to the right there's a speedo, and in the centre gauges for temperature and fuel. There are a couple of things that I don't like though, and one of them is this central binnacle lid. It seems to be out of touch with the rest of the colour of the dash, and it's a little jarring. Just like the Cruze sedan, there's plenty of room in the back for passengers, but here's the big difference. And the engineers at Holden told me that the hatch shape is actually quieter inside the cabin than the sedan. The Cruze CD hatch with the 1.8 litre engine will cost you $21,490. Spend an extra $1,250 to get the 1.4 litre turbo engine. It's money well spent, and it's one of the best combinations in a small car that I've driven this year.